sing in ecstasy, Alleluia. Catching them up in the Holy Spirit, like the dawn you do break over the thought of artists and poets and the great minds of science. By the power of your supreme knowledge, they prophetically comprehend your laws, descrying for us the depth of your creative wisdom. Their works speak unwittingly of you, how great you are in your creation, how great you are in man. Glory to you, manifesting your invincible power in the laws of the universe. Glory to you, for all nature is filled with your laws. Glory to you, for all has revealed to us in your mercy. Glory to you, for all you have hidden from us in your wisdom. Glory to you for the genius of the human mind. Glory to you for the dignity of man's labor. Glory to you for the fiery tongues that bring inspiration. Glory to you, O God, from age to age. How near you are in days of sickness and pain. You yourself do visit the sick. You yourself do stoop beside the sufferer's bed, and his heart does converse with you. In the throes of sorrow and suffering, you bring peace and unexpected consolation. You do comfort. You are the love that tries men's hearts and saves them. To you we sing the song, Alleluia. When in childhood I called upon you consciously for the first time, you did fill my prayer and overshadow my heart with reverent peace. At that moment I understood you are good, and blessed are those who turn to you in prayer. I began to call upon you again and again, and even now I cry out. Glory to you, satisfying my desires with good things. Glory to you, keeping vigil over me day and night. Glory to you, treating pain and loss with the healing passage of time. Glory to you, with whom there is no grief without hope, O giver of life to all. Glory to you, who has made immortal all that is lofty and good, and who promises us that the longed-for meeting with you, those who have died. Glory to you, O God, from age to age. How is it that on a feast day the whole of nature mysteriously smiles? How is it that a wonderful likeness is spilled out in our hearts, a likeness that cannot be compared with anything earthly, and the very air in the church and the altar become luminous? This is the breathing of thy grace. This is the reflection of Tabor's light. Then heaven and earth sing your praise. Alleluia. When you did first inspire me to serve my neighbors and filled my soul with humility, then did one of my numberless rays of light fall upon my heart, making it luminous like iron glowing in the furnace. I have seen your face, elusive and full of mystery. Glory to you, transfiguring our lives with virtuous deeds. Glory to you, sealing ineffable pleasure in each of your commandments. Glory to you, clearly abiding with us whenever the sweet scent of mercy wafts. Glory to you, sending us failure and misfortune, that we may understand the suffering of others. Glory to you, making good to be its own reward within us. Glory to you, welcoming the impulse of the feeling of our heart. Glory to you, exalting love above all things that are in heaven and are on earth. Glory to you, O God, we sing from age to age. No one can restore what has crumbled into dust, but you can restore the conscious return to ashes. You can restore to its former beauty a soul whose beauty is hopelessly lost. With you there is nothing that cannot be made right. You are all love. You are maker and restorer. With peace, praise sing the song, Alleluia. You know, O God, the fall of the angel Lucifer, full of pride. Save me by the power of your grace. Grant me not to fall away from you. Grant me never to doubt you. Sharpen my hearing that I may hear your mysterious voice every minute of my life, and may call upon you who are everywhere present. Glory to you for the timing of every circumstance. Glory to you for what you speak in my heart. Glory to you for the command of your mysterious voice. Glory to you for your revelations that both come when I sleep and when I wake. Glory to you for the unraveling of our vain designs. Glory to you for shaking us free from passion's frenzy through the experience of suffering. Glory to you for humbling the pride of our heart for the sake of our salvation. Glory to you, O God, from age to age. Across the cold chains of the centuries, I feel the warmth of your divine breath. I sense your blood flowing. Part of time has already gone, but you are present. I see your cross. I was the cause of it. I cast my spirit down in the dust before you. Here is the triumph of love and salvation. Here the centuries themselves cannot remain silent, singing the praises, Alleluia. Blessed is he who shall taste of the supper in this kingdom, and already on earth you have given me part of this blessedness. How many times with you, our own divine right hand, you have held out to me your holy body and blood, and I, though a miserable sinner, have received the sacred and sensed your love, ineffable and supernatural. Glory to you for the incomprehensible enlivening power of grace. Glory to you, raising up your church as a calm haven in a tortured world. Glory to you, regenerating us in the life-giving waters of the baptismal font. Glory to you, restoring to the penitent the purity of a spotless lily. Glory to you, the bottomless abyss of forgiveness. Glory to you for the cup of salvation, the bread of eternal joy. Glory to you, raising us to heaven's delight. Glory to you, O God, from age to age. How often have I seen the reflection of your glory in the faces of the dead? How resplendent they were with joy and beauty, not of this earth. How ethereal, how radiant their features. This is the triumph of the felicity and the peace that they obtained. By their silence they called out to you. At the hour of my end, illumine my soul as well, that it may cry out to you, Alleluia. What is my praise before you? I have never heard the song of the cherubim. This is the lot of exalted souls. But I know the praises that nature sings to you. In winter I have contemplated how the whole earth offers you prayer in moonlit silence, clad in the white mantle of snow, sparkling like diamonds. I have seen how the rising sun rejoices in you, how the choirs of birds thunder forth to your glory. I have heard the forest murmur of you mysteriously, and the winds sing your praise as they stir the waters. I have heard choirs of stars preach your glory as they keep tracks in the depths of infinite peace. What then is my praise? All nature obeys you, I do not. Yet while I live, I see your love, and I long to thank you, to pray and to call upon you. Glory to you who has shown us the light. Glory to you, loving us with love profound, divine and infinite. Glory to you, overshadowing us with light, with the host of angels and saints. Glory to you, Father Almighty, who has commanded your kingdom to be ours. Glory to you, Redeemer and Son, who has shown us the way to salvation. Glory to you, Holy Spirit, life-giving Son of the age to come. Glory to you for all things, O Trinity, divine and all good. Glory to you, O God, from age to age. Life-giving and merciful Trinity, receive this thankings for all your mercy that you have shown towards us. Make us worthy of your benefits, so that multiplying the talents you have entrusted to us, we may enter into the eternal joy of the Lord with a shout of victory. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. I was born in this world a weak, defenseless child, but your angel spread his bright wings over my cradle to defend me. From then on your love hath illumined my path, wondrously guiding me towards the light of eternity. From birth until now, the generous gifts of your providence have been marvelously showered upon me. I give you thanks together with all who have come to know you, who call upon your name. Glory to you for calling me to life. Glory to you, showing me the beauty of the universe. Glory to you, spreading out before me the heaven and earth, like the pages of a book of eternal wisdom. Glory to you for your eternity in this fleeting world. Glory to you for your mercy seen and unseen. Glory to you through every sigh of my sorrow. Glory to you for every step of my life, for every moment of joy. Glory to you O God, from age to age, incorruptible King.
No, that's fine. I'm just going to get a little more light. Focus back. Hey, good morning. Justice our God, always now and forever. Oh God, cleanse me of sin and have mercy on me. God, cleanse me of sin and have mercy on me. Oh God, cleanse me of sin and have mercy on me. O Heavenly King, the comfort of the Spirit of truth, Lord, and ruler of all things, treasure of blessings and giver of life, come and abide in us, cleanse us from every impurity, and save our souls, O good one. Glory to God on the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards men. Glory to God on the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards men. O Lord, open my lips, and my mouth shall show forth your praise always, now and ever, unto ages of ages. Amen. Blessed is the kingdom of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. In peace let us pray to the Lord. For the peace from above, and for the salvation of our souls, let us pray to the Lord. For the peace of the whole world, for the welfare of the holy churches of God, and for the union of all, let us pray to the Lord. For this holy house, and for those who with faith, reverence, and fear of God enter herein, let us pray to the Lord. For his beatitude, our most blessed Metropolitan Tikhon, for his eminence, our Archbishop Daniel, for the honorable presbytery, the diaconate in Christ, and for all the clergy and the people, let us pray to the Lord. For this God-protected land, its president, for all those in civil authority, and for the armed forces, let us pray to the Lord. For this city, for every city and countryside, and for the faithful dwelling in them, let us pray to the Lord. For seasonable weather, for an abundance of the fruits of the earth, and for peaceful times, let us pray to the Lord. For travelers by land, by sea, and by air, for the sick and the suffering, for captives, and for their salvation, let us pray to the Lord. That we may be delivered from all affliction, wrath, danger, and necessity, let us pray to the Lord. Help us, save us, have mercy on us, and keep us, O God, by your grace. Remembering our all holy, immaculate, most blessed, and glorious Lady, Theotokos, and ever Virgin Mary, with all the saints, let us commend ourselves and each other, and all our life unto Christ our God. O Lord our God, for unto you belong all glory, honor, and worship, to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. I will praise the name of God with a song, and will magnify him with thanksgiving. Through the prayers of the Theotokos, so Savior, save us. Let heaven praise him, the sea and all that move in him.
Again and again in peace let us pray to the Lord. Help us, save us, have mercy on us, and keep us, O God, by your grace. Remembering our all holy, immaculate, most blessed and glorious Lady, Theotokos, and ever Virgin Mary, with all the saints, let us commend ourselves and each other and all our life unto Christ our God. O Lord our God, save your people and bless your inheritance. Preserve the fullness of your church. Sanctify those who love the beauty of your house. Glorify them in return by your divine power, and forsake us not who put our hope in you. For yours is the might, and yours are the kingdom and the power and the glory of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, now and ever and unto ages of ages. It is good to give thanks to the Lord and to sing praises to your name, O Most High. O Lord God, benefactor and creator, save us who sing to you. To proclaim your mercy in the morning and your faithfulness at night. O Lord God, benefactor and creator, save us who sing to you. Hallelujah. For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endures to all generations. O Lord God, benefactor and creator, save us who sing to you. Hallelujah. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever and unto ages of ages. Amen. Only God, the Son, immortal Word of God, who for our salvation meant to be incarnate of the Holy Theotokos and ever Virgin Mary, who without change became man and was crucified. O Christ our God, trembling down death by death, who is one of the Holy Trinity, glorified with the Father and the Holy Spirit, save us. Again and again in peace let us pray to the Lord. Help us, save us, have mercy on us, and keep us, O God, by your grace. Remembering our all holy, immaculate, most blessed and glorious Lady, Theotokos, and ever Virgin Mary, with all the saints, let us commend ourselves and each other and all our life unto Christ our God. O Lord, who have given us grace with one accord to make our common supplications to you, and have promised us that when two or three are gathered together in your name, you would grant their requests. Fulfill even now the petitions of your servants as may be expedient for them, granting us in this world the knowledge of your truth, and in the world to come life everlasting. For you are a good God who loves mankind, and unto you do we send up glory, to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever and unto ages of ages.
Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endures forever.
We are thankful and worthy servants, praise and glorify you, O Lord, for your great benefits which we have received. We bless you, we thank you, we sing to you, and we magnify your great goodness, and in lowliness and love we hymn you, O benefactor and Savior,
mercy endures forever. Praising Lord of life, for your great benefits which we have received. We bless you, we thank you, we sing to you, and we magnify your great goodness, and in lowliness and love we hymn you, O benefactor and Savior, glory to you.
Wisdom, let us attend. Rejoice in the Lord, O ye righteous, and give thanks to his holy name.
We are faithful and unworthy servants, praise and glorify you, O Lord, for your great benefits which we have received. We bless you, we thank you, we sing to you, and we magnify your great goodness, and in lowliness and love we sing you, O benefactor and Savior, glory to you. You astounded all long-suffering James by enduring horrible tortures with great patience, as the eagle's assembly performed the slaughter. You uttered prayers of thanksgiving to the Lord. Through your sufferings you received your crown, and came to the throne of the heavenly King Christ God, and entreat him to save our souls. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
You listen to your faithful wife, and contemplated the judgment of holy James. You despise the threats and commands of the Persians, accepting the cutting of your body as though you were mine. Therefore you are a martyr worthy of all venerations.
Now and ever and unto ages of ages. Amen.
We unworthy recipients of your benefits and gifts, as unprofitable servants bear to turn to you, O Master, bringing you thanks according to our powers, and praising and glorifying you, our benefactor and creator, O most bountiful God, glory to you. Let us pray to the Lord. For holy are you, O our God, and unto you do we send up glory, to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. Holy God, holy, mighty, holy, immortal, have mercy on us. Holy God, holy, mighty, holy, immortal, have mercy on us. Holy God, holy, mighty, holy, immortal, have mercy on us.
Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy
Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Blessed be the glorious Son of your kingdom. You sit upon the cherubim always, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. Amen. Immortal, have mercy on us. Holy God, holy, Let us attend. Peace be unto all.
And to your spirit.
Wisdom.
For Kimenon in the fourth tone, I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. I will praise the name of the Lord Most High.
I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. I will praise the name of the Lord Most High.
I have trusted in your mercy. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation.
I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. I will praise the name of the Lord Most High.
I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me.
I will praise the name of the Lord Most High. Wisdom.
The reading from the first epistle of the Holy Apostle Paul to Timothy.
Let us attend.
Brethren, first of all then, I urge that supplications, prayers, intercessions, and thanksgivings be made for all men, for kings, and all who are in high positions, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life, godly and respectful in every way. This is good, and is it acceptable in the sight of God our Savior, who desires all men to be saved and to come to the knowledge of the truth. For there is one God, and there is one mediator between God and man, the man Jesus Christ, who gave himself as a ransom for all, the testimony to which was born at the proper time.
Peace be unto you who read.
And to your spirit,
Wisdom.
hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I will give you thanks in the great congregation. I will praise you in the great multitude. And my tongue shall speak of your righteousness and your praise all the day long.
Wisdom, let us attend, let us hear the Holy Gospel. Peace be unto all. The reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Glory to you, O Lord, glory to you. Let us attend. At that time, as Jesus entered a certain village, there met him 10 men who were lepers, who stood afar off. And they lifted up their voices and said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. So when he saw them, he said to them, Go show yourselves to the priests. And so it was that they went, they were cleansed. And one of them, when he saw that he was healed, returned and with a loud voice glorified God, and fell down on his face at his feet, giving him thanks. And he was a Samaritan. So Jesus answered and said, Were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? Were there not any found who returned to give glory to God except this foreigner? And he said to him, Arise, go your way. Your faith has made you well. Glory to you, O Lord. Glory to you. Let us all say with all our soul and with all our mind, let us say, O Lord Almighty, the God of our fathers, we pray you hearken and have mercy. Have mercy on us, O God, according to your great goodness, we pray you hearken and have mercy. Again, we pray for pious Orthodox Christians. Again, we pray for his beatitude, our most blessed Metropolitan Tikhon, for his eminence, our Archbishop Daniel, for priests, deacons, and all other clergy, and for all of our brethren in Christ.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
Again, we pray for this God-protected land, its president, for all those in civil authority, and for the armed forces.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
Again, we pray for the blessed and ever memorable, most holy Orthodox patriarchs, for the blessed and ever memorable founders of this holy church, and for all our fathers and brethren, the Orthodox departed this life before us, who here and in all the world lie asleep in the Lord.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
Again, we pray for mercy, life, peace, health, salvation, visitation for the servants of God, all the members of our congregation, especially those who are ill, afflicted, traveling, or grieving, for the Archpriest David, for the Priest Gabriel, for Timothy, James, John, Anna, Mary, Jennifer, Janice, Daniel, Renee, Jerry, Mary, Lillian, Larissa, Elaine, Christopher, and John, for Andrew and Sherry and the newborn Charlotte, Benjamin and Meredith and the newborn Elizabeth, for Artemi and Tatiana, David and Lindsay, Christopher and Christina, Nicholas and Julia, Joseph and Dina and their unborn children, for our catechumens Alvin, Christian, Eric, Colin, Paul, Keshav, Julie, Nathan, Rive, Dominic, Enoch, Ezra, Matthias, Malachi, Wyatt, Christopher, Kelly, Hadley, Whalen, Calvin, Katie, Ellis, Elena, Elizabeth, Jordan, Nikki, Roman, and Gabriel, for Jennifer, Theodora, Brendan, Kristen, River, Beatrix, Joan, Samuel, and Milo, who celebrate their birthdays, for Thomas and Dina, and Philip and Laurie, who keep their anniversaries, for all those whom each have in mind, and for our brethren of this holy temple.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
Again, we pray that the Lord will add daily to his church as many as should be saved.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
Again, we give you thanks, O Lord our Savior, for the blessings which you have richly poured out upon all of us, your people, and your country. And falling down with fear as unprofitable servants, we send up glory and praise unto you, our true God. With fervor we cry to you, accept our thanksgiving, offered with faith in your abiding goodness and mercy. And defend your servants from all misfortune, we pray you hearken and have mercy.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
O Lord, who in mercy have heard your servants' prayers and have revealed your loving kindness for us and for all mankind, continue to fulfill the desires of your faithful servants that are unto their good and unto your glory, showing us your abundant mercy and disregarding all our sins. We pray you hearken and have mercy.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
O Lord, who delivered Joseph from the animosity of his brethren, guiding him into Egypt, and through your goodness making him prosperous in all things, bless also your servants who are traveling this day, that they may journey in peace and safety. We pray you hearken and have mercy.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
Again, we pray for those who bring offerings and do good works in this holy and all venerable temple, for those who labor and those who sing, and for all the people here present who await of you a great and rich mercy.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
For your merciful God, who loves mankind, and unto you do we send up glory, to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages.
Amen.
Pray unto the Lord, ye catechumens. Ye faithful, pray for the catechumens, that the Lord may have mercy on them, that he may instruct them in the word of truth, that he may reveal unto them the gospel of righteousness, that he may unite them unto his holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. Save them, have mercy on them, help them, and keep them, O God, by your grace. Bow your heads unto the Lord, ye catechumens. The Lord our God, dwelling on high and regarding things below, who sent forth as the salvation of the race of men, your only begotten Son, of God, our Lord Jesus Christ. Look down upon your servants, the catechumens, who bowed their necks before you. Make them worthy in due time of the labor of regeneration, the remission of sins, and the robe of incorruption. Unite them to your holy Catholic and Apostolic Church, and number them with your chosen flock, that with us they also may glorify your all honorable and magnificent name, of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. Again and again in peace, let us pray to the Lord. Help us, save us, have mercy on us, and keep us, O God, by your grace. We thank you, O Lord God of hosts, for counting us worthy to stand even now before your holy altar, to fall down before your compassions for our sins and for the errors of the people. Receive our supplication, O God, make us worthy to offer to prayers and supplications and bloodless sacrifices for all your people. And enable us, whom you have placed in this your service by the power of your Holy Spirit, blamelessly and without offense, in the pure witness of our conscience, to call upon you at all times and at every place, that hearing us you may be merciful to us in the multitude of your goodness. Wisdom, for unto you belong all glory, honor, and worship, to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. Again and again in peace, let us pray to the Lord. Help us, save us, have mercy on us, and keep us, O God, by your grace. Again and oft times we fall down before you and beg you, who are good and love mankind, that looking down upon our petition, you would cleanse our souls and bodies from all defilement of flesh and spirit, and grant us to stand blameless and without condemnation before your holy altar. Grant also to those who pray with us, O God, growth in life and faith and spiritual understanding. Grant them always to worship you blamelessly with fear and love, and without condemnation to partake of your holy mysteries, and to be accounted worthy of your heavenly kingdom. Wisdom, that guarded always by your might, we may send up glory to you, to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. None is worthy among them of our callings, acts, and pleasures to approach or draw nigh, or to minister to you, King of glory. For to serve you is a great and fearful thing, even to the heavenly powers. Nevertheless, your unspeakable and boundless love for mankind, you became man without change or alteration. You came to have peace, since last of all you committed to us the ministry of the liturgical and bloodless sacrifice. We will love of another rule over those in heaven and on earth, who was born of the throne of the cherubim, who was Lord of the seraphim, you committed as with man, the holy rest of the earth. Therefore I beg you, O Lord, that ready to listen, that down in me, a sinful and unprofitable servant, cleanse my soul and my heart from any evil conscience, and by the power of the Holy Spirit I may love you and close with the grace of the priesthood to stand before this your holy table, and to perform the sacred mystery Forgive me, brethren. Forgive me, please. Incense to the altar. His Beatitude, the Most Blessed Tikhon, Archbishop of Washington and Metropolitan of all America and Canada, His Eminence, our Most Reverend Daniel, Archbishop of Chicago and the Midwest, may the Lord God remember in His kingdom those who love us and those who hate us, those who have no one to pray for them, those who have asked us, the unworthy, to remember them in our prayers, may the Lord God remember in His kingdom all those who have suffered and are suffering for the name of our Lord Jesus Christ and for the Orthodox faith, especially for those in war-torn regions of Ukraine and the Middle East, for Christians suffering in Africa, may the Lord God remember them in His kingdom. All the members of our congregation, especially those who are ill, afflicted, traveling, or grieving, may the Lord God remember in His kingdom. All those whom each have in mind, both among the living and the dead, may the Lord God remember in His kingdom. And you and all Orthodox Christians, may the Lord God remember in His kingdom, always, now, and ever, and unto ages of ages. Let us complete our prayer unto the Lord. For the precious gifts now offered, let us pray to the Lord. For this holy house and for those who with faith, reverence, and fear of God enter herein, let us pray to the Lord. That we may be delivered from all affliction, wrath, danger, and necessity, let us pray to the Lord. Help us, save us, have mercy on us, and keep us, O God, by your grace. That the whole day may be perfect, holy, peaceful, and sinless, let us ask of the Lord. An angel of peace, a faithful guide, a guardian of our souls and bodies, let us ask of the Lord. Pardon and remission of our sins and transgressions, let us ask of the Lord. All things good and useful for our souls and peace for the world, let us ask of the Lord. That we may complete the remaining time of our life in peace and repentance, let us ask of the Lord. A Christian ending to our life, painless, blameless, and peaceful, and a good defense before the fearful judgment seat of Christ, let us ask. Remembering our all-holy, immaculate, most blessed, and glorious Lady Theotokos and ever Virgin Mary with all the saints, let us commend ourselves and each other and all our life unto Christ our God. O Lord God Almighty, who alone are holy, who accepts the sacrifice of praise from and will call upon you with their whole heart, accept also the prayer of the sinners and bear it to your holy altar, enabling us to offer to you gifts and spiritual sacrifices for our sins and for the errors of the people, and make us worthy to find grace in your sight, that our sacrifice may be acceptable unto you, and that the good spirit of your grace may dwell upon us and upon these gifts here offered and upon all your people. Through the compassions of your only begotten Son, with whom you are blessed, together with your all-holy, good, and life-creating Spirit, now and ever and unto ages of ages. Peace be unto all. Let us love one another, that with one accord we may confess. My refuge and my deliverer. Christ is in our midst. The doors, in wisdom let us attend. I believe
in one God the Father maker of heaven and earth and of all things visible and invisible, and in one Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the only begotten of the Father before all ages, light of light, true God of true God, begotten, not made, of one essence with the Father, by whom all things were made, who for us men and for our salvation came down from heaven, and was incarnate of the Holy Spirit and the Virgin Mary, and became man. And he was crucified for us under Pontius Pilate, and suffered and was buried. And the third day he rose again according to the Scriptures, and ascended into heaven, and sits at the right hand of the Father. And he shall come again with glory to judge the living and the dead, whose kingdom shall have no end. And in the Holy Spirit, the Lord, the giver of life, who proceeds from the Father, who with the Father and the Son together is worshipped and glorified, who spoke by the prophets, in one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church, I acknowledge one baptism for the remission of sins. I look for the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come. Amen.
Let us stand aright, let us stand with fear, let us attend that we may offer the holy oblation in peace.
Mercy of peace, the sacrifice of praise.
The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God the Father, the communion of the Holy Spirit be with you all.
And with your spirit,
Let us lift up our hearts.
unto the Lord.
Let us give thanks unto the Lord.
It is meet and right to worship the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity one in essence and undivided.
It is meet and right to hymn you, to bless you, to praise you, to give thanks to and to worship you in every place of your dominion. For you are God, ineffable, inconceivable, invisible, incomprehensible, ever being eternally the same, you and your only begotten Son and your Holy Spirit. You brought us from non-existence into being, and when we had fallen away, you raised us up again and did not cease to do all things until you had brought us up to heaven and had endowed us with your kingdom which is to come. For all these things we give thanks to you and to your only begotten Son and to your Holy Spirit, for all things of which we know and of which we know not, for the benefits both revealed and unrevealed which have been done for us. And we thank you for this liturgy which you have deigned to accept at our hands, even though there stand beside you thousands of archangels and hosts of angels, the cherubim and the seraphim, six-winged, many-eyed, who soar aloft borne on their pinions, singing the triumphant hymn, shouting, proclaiming, and saying,
Holy, 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 Lord of Sabaoth, heaven and earth are full of your glory. Hosanna in the highest. Blessed is he that comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest.
With these blessed powers, O Master and lover of man, we also cry aloud and say, Holy are you and all holy, you and your only begotten Son and your Holy Spirit. Holy are you and all holy, and magnificent is your glory, who has so loved your world as to give your only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. who when he had come and had fulfilled all the dispensation for us in the night in which he was given up, or rather gave himself up for the life of the world, took bread in his holy, most pure and blameless hands, and when he had given thanks and blessed it and hallowed it and broken it, he gave it to his holy disciples and apostles, saying, "Take, eat, this is my body, which is broken for you, for the remission of sins." And likewise after supper he took the cup, saying, "Drink of it, all of you. This is my blood of the new covenant, which is shed for you and for many for the remission of sins." Remembering the saving commandment and all those things which came to pass for us, the cross, the grave, the resurrection on the third day, the ascension into heaven, the sitting down at the right hand, the second and glorious coming again. Your own of your own we offer unto you, in behalf of all and for all. God, cleanse me a sinner, have mercy on me. God, cleanse me a sinner, have mercy on me. Lord, cleanse me a sinner, and have mercy on me. O Lord, who at the third hour sent down your most Holy Spirit upon your apostles, take not the same from us, O good, but renew him in us, who pray unto you. A clean heart create in me, O God, and a right spirit renew my inmost parts. O Lord, who at the third hour sent down your most Holy Spirit upon your apostles, take not the same from us, O good one, but renew him in us, who pray unto you. Cast me not away from your face, and take not your Holy Spirit from me. O Lord, who at the third hour sent down your most Holy Spirit upon your apostles, take not the same from us, O good one, but renew him in us, who pray unto you. Again we offer unto this rational and bloodless worship, and we ask you and pray you and beg you, send down your most Holy Spirit upon us and upon these gifts set forth, and make this bread the precious body of your Christ. Amen. And that which is in this cup the precious blood of your Christ. Amen. Changing them by your Holy Spirit. Amen. 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 God, cleanse me a sinner, and have mercy on me. That to those who shall partake thereof there may be unto vigilance of soul, remission of sins, communion of your Holy Spirit, fulfillment of the kingdom of heaven, and a boldness towards you, not unto judgment nor unto condemnation. Again we offer unto this rational worship for those who have fallen asleep in the faith, forefathers, fathers, patriarchs, prophets, apostles, preachers, evangelists, martyrs, confessors, ascetics, and for every righteous spirit in faith made perfect. Especially our all holy, immaculate, most blessed and glorious Lady Theotokos, and ever Virgin Mary. For the holy glorious, more laudable prophet, for our Reverend Baptist John, the glorious, more laudable apostle, dear Mother James of Persia, whose memory we keep and stand by your faith, with her supplications to you, visible so God. Remember, Lord, all those who hope. Especially Job, the Bishop for Identity, the ever-memorable Archimandrite, Lord, the ever-memorable Archbishop Dimitri. Grant them rest, O God, for the light of your countenance shines on them. Again, we beg you. Remember, Lord, all the Orthodox Episcopate, ready dividing the word of truth, all the presbytery, the diaconate in Christ, every priestly and monastic order. Again, we offer unto this rational worship for the whole world, for the Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church, for those who live in chastity and holiness of life, for all public civil authorities, grant them, O Lord, peaceful governance, that with all that in their tranquility we may lead a calm and peaceful life in all godliness and sanctity. Among the first, remember, O Lord, his Beatitude, our most blessed Tikhon, Archbishop of Washington and Metropolitan of all America and Canada, his Eminence, our most Reverend Daniel, Archbishop of Chicago and the Midwest, whom do you grant unto your holy churches in peace, safety, honor, health, and length of days, rightly dividing the word of your truth. Remember, Lord, the city in which we dwell, in every city and countryside, and those who in faith dwell in them. Remember, Lord, travelers by land, by sea, and by air, the sick, the suffering, captives, and their salvation. Remember, Lord, those who bring offerings and do good in your holy churches, and who remember the needy, and upon us all send down your mercies. And grant that with one mouth and one heart we may glorify and praise your all honorable and magnificent name, of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. And the mercies of our great God and Savior Jesus Christ be with you all. Having remembered all the saints again and again in peace, let us pray to the Lord.
Lord, have mercy.
For the precious gift set forth and sanctified, let us pray to the Lord. That our God who loves mankind, having received them upon his holy and noetic altar as an odor of spiritual sweetness, might send down upon us and return his divine grace and the gift of the Holy Spirit, let us pray. That we may be delivered from all affliction, wrath, danger, and necessity, let us pray to the Lord. Help us, save us, have mercy on us, and keep us, O God, by your grace. That the whole day may be perfect, holy, peaceful, and sinless, let us ask of the Lord. An angel of peace, a faithful guide, a guardian of our souls and bodies, let us ask of the Lord. Pardon and remission of our sins and transgressions, let us ask of the Lord. All things good and useful for our souls and peace for the world, let us ask of the Lord. That we may complete the remaining time of our life in peace and repentance, let us ask of the Lord. A Christian ending to our life, painless, blameless, and peaceful, and a good defense before the fearful judgment seat of Christ, let us ask. Having asked for the unity of the faith and the communion of the Holy Spirit, let us commend ourselves and each other and all our life unto Christ our God. Unto you we commend our whole life and our hope, O Master and lover of man, and we ask you and pray you and beg you, make us worthy to partake of the heavenly and dread mysteries of this sacred and spiritual table with a clean conscience, for remission of sins, for forgiveness of transgressions, for communion of the Holy Spirit, for inheritance of the kingdom of heaven and the boldness towards you, not unto judgment nor unto condemnation. And make us worthy, O Master, that with boldness and without condemnation we may dare to call upon you, the heavenly God, as Father, and to say, For yours are the kingdom and the power and the glory of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, now and ever and unto ages of ages. Peace be unto all.
And to your spirit.
Let us bow our heads unto the Lord. We give you thanks, O King invisible, who by your measureless power made all things, and the greatness of your mercy brought all things from non-existence into being. Look down from heaven, O Master, upon those who have bowed their heads to you, for they have not bowed down unto flesh and blood, but unto you, the fearful God. Make smooth, O Master, what lies before us all, and do good according to the individual need of each. Sail with those who sail, travel with those who travel by land and by air. Heal the sick, O Physician of our souls and bodies. Through the grace and compassion and love toward mankind of your only begotten Son, with whom you are blessed, together with your all holy, good, and life-creating Spirit, now and ever and unto ages of ages. Attend, O Lord Jesus Christ, to up your holy dwelling place and the glorious throne of your kingdom, and come to sanctify us, for you sit with the Father above and are invisibly present here with us, and vouchsafe by your strong right hand to impart unto us your immaculate body and your precious blood, and through us to all your people. O God, cleanse me a sinner and have mercy on me. O God, cleanse me a sinner and have mercy on me. O God, cleanse me a sinner and have mercy on me.
We call on your name and recount your salvation, and call on the name of the Lord. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia.
I believe, O Lord, and I confess that thou art truly the Christ, the Son of the living God, who came into the world to save sinners, of whom I am first. I believe also that this is truly thy most pure body, and this is truly thine own precious blood. Therefore I pray you, have mercy upon me, and forgive my transgressions, both voluntary and involuntary, of word and of deed, committed in knowledge and ignorance, and make me worthy to partake without condemnation of thy most pure mysteries, for the remission of my sins, and unto life everlasting. Amen. Of your mystical supper, O Son of God, accept me today as communicant, for I will not speak of your mysteries to your enemies. Neither like Judas will I give you a kiss, or like the thief will I confess you. Remember me, O Lord, in your kingdom, and may the communion of thy holy mysteries be neither to my judgment nor to my condemnation, O Lord, but to the healing of soul and body. Amen.
We give thanks to God the Father for our faith in His Son Jesus Christ, for the love of all His saints, and for the truth of the Holy Gospel, which we alone have received, bringing forth the fruit of the grace of God and salvation to our souls. We give thanks to God the Father, for He so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever believes in Him shall have eternal life, great mercy and salvation. Come, you thankful people, let us raise a hymn of grateful praise to God, our benefactor and creator, the bountiful source of all our blessings, the riches of our earthly life, and the glory of the world to come. For in His great mercy and love for us, His children, He has granted us salvation. Come, you thankful people, let us praise the Father, who in His goodness created heaven and earth, and all that is in them, endowing us His creatures with reason to worship Him, who in His great mercy and love for us, His children, has granted us salvation. Come. Blessed is He that comes in the name of the Lord. God is the Lord, and has revealed Himself to us. Tis the morning of Christ. filled with your praise, O Lord, that we may sing of your glory. For you have made us worthy to partake of your holy, divine, immortal, and life-creating mysteries. Keep us in your holiness, that all the day we may meditate upon your righteousness. Alleluia, alleluia, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. To you,
Let us depart in peace.
in the name of the Lord, Lord have mercy.
Lord, bless those who bless you, and sanctify those who trust in you. Save your people and bless your inheritance. Preserve the fullness of your church. Sanctify those who love the beauty of your house. Glorify them in return by your divine power. And forsake us not who put our hope in you. Give peace to your world, to your churches, to your priests, to all those in civil authorities, to the armed forces, and to all your people. For every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from you, the Father of lights. And unto you we send up glory, thanksgiving, and worship. To the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages.
Blessed be the name of the Lord, henceforth and forevermore. Blessed be the name of the Lord, henceforth and forevermore. Blessed be the name of the Lord, henceforth and forevermore. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise will be continually in my mouth. In the Lord my soul shall make her boast. Let the meek hear and be glad. Magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my afflictions. They drew near to him and were enlightened, and your faces shall not be ashamed. This poor one cried, and the Lord heard him, and saved him from all his tribulations. The angel of the Lord will encamp round about them that fear him, and shall deliver them. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who walks in him. Fear the Lord, all you his saints, for there is no lack for them that fear him. The rich have become poor and hungry, but they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing.
The blessing of the Lord and his mercy be upon you, through his grace and love of mankind, always, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. Glory to you, O Christ, our God and our sure hope. Glory to you.
Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. Amen. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Father, bless.
May Christ our true God, through the prayers of his most pure mother, the most holy Theotokos and ever Virgin Mary, through the prayers of the holy, glorious, and laudable apostles of our Father among the saints, Nicholas, Archbishop of Myron, Nicaea, the wonder worker, through the prayers of the great martyr James of Persia, whose memory we keep this day, through the prayers of the holy and righteous forebears of God, Joachim and Anne, and of all the saints, may he have mercy on us and save us, inasmuch as he is good and loves mankind. Amen. Amen. Thank you too much. Safe travels to you. Blessings on you and your families as you celebrate today. And blessings on Michael as you travel down to Florida as well tomorrow. So make us proud, man. I'll be watching. So, yeah, very good. Thank you all.